Well, good morning everybody. Hope you're feeling good today. It's a gorgeous day here. I'm just standing in front of Dalmore Farm on this beautiful morning. This is the second day in a row we've had nice weather, so it's good going. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing good today. So I was going to attempt or going to do a video from Invergordon to Alness. So I was going to get a bus through and then come back again, but the buses didn't work out in my time frame, so I thought I'd just walk into Invergordon. I'll show you some of the murals. I think there's a big boat in today, a big cruise liner in today. So we'll see that and we'll see how we get on. So yeah, as I said, it's a beautiful day here, blue sky everywhere. It's going to be like this all day. It was really hot yesterday. You know, it was about 26 degrees or something. You know, so it's this time of year you're extremely lucky. You know, we're into now September. The leaves are starting to turn now. Nights are getting darker. Noticed that last night. It started getting darker in about 10 past 8 or something. So yeah. The year is getting on a wee bit. Once we get round this corner, I think we might have to put my sunglasses on. I've got a cap on right enough, but I think I need extra protection. So yeah, so hope you're doing good. If not, I hope you feel better soon, or you know, if you're not good mentally, sort of thing, that find somebody to talk to. Don't hold it in, you know. I mean, a problem shared is a problem halved. I think that's what they say. You never know, that person might be able to help your situation. So always talk, never hold anything in. Always get somebody to talk to. You know, you always need someone to listen to them, or listen to us. You know, look at that. It's a bit hazy today, like across the Black Isle. It's a bit hazy, but it looks beautiful up the back there. Look at that, gorgeous day. Thank you to all my subscribers so far, and people who comment or like the videos. I say this every time, I really appreciate every single one of you. If it wasn't for you guys watching and commenting, you know, I wouldn't be still doing this. You know, a few people have asked me how Lily is, my doggie. She's doing fine. She's just feeling the effects of her age. You know, we know that her legs are sore. We know that she can't go for long walks anymore. But no, she's doing fine. She's playing. She doesn't act 13 really. She acts like a wee puppy and she forgets that she's 13. You know, which is good news, you know, so you just got to keep going. And, you know, but she's fine. She's not on any medication or anything apart from for her skin. But she's been on that for years, a long time. But, that's the site entrance to Dalmore Distillery. Now what they're doing down Dalmore Distillery, I finally managed to find out is that they're increasing the size of the actual distillery itself because their imports to abroad, especially to China, has increased. So obviously they need more production space. So this is what they've done, and they've even took, there used to be 3 cottages down here, 3 wee cottages, and they took 2 of them away. So they've demolished 2 of them. There's one of them still standing because it's occupied at the moment. So I think they've made a new entrance for them, looks like. But yeah, it's strange not seeing these 2 bungalows here, you know. But yeah, so it's quite a busy road today. A few buses I went past, but they're the passengers for the cruise liners. So we're just going to take our time today. There's no rush. I need to be back down to the Nolness, to the hair centre at 12, because I'm doing an afternoon shift today. But hopefully I'll be done before that. I should be. It only takes around about an hour for me to walk from Alness to Invergordon. So hopefully I should be back in Alness for about 11ish, maybe. The speed that these people go at around this along this road, it's only a 50, but you know, a lot of people don't stick to that speed limit. It seems a lot faster. So we're on the Jubilee path now. I myself is feeling a lot better. I haven't had any more issues with my heart since that day, but I have had a few blood tests done, and I got the results yesterday, so they need to repeat a couple of tests, and I need to get my blood pressure done again. So I'll take it from there. But feeling good today because the sun's out. It makes your mood a lot better. My girl was happy to go on their school bus this morning. She was near enough skipping onto the bus, which is good. So yeah. Just look at that. It's starting to clear now a wee bit, the haziness from Black Isle, but man, what a beautiful morning. We're so lucky to have this weather. Yeah, I think I need to, once we get up this hill, I think I need to put my sunglasses on. You can see a ship in the distance there, if you can. We'll get a good view of it shortly. There we go, look. There's some geese flying overhead. Oh. I've got a sore elbow in my right hand, and that's the hand that I always carry or do my video with. It's always that right hand. So I apologise if I shift hands and it doesn't look very steady, but you know, I don't know what I've got done to it. I think it's a repetitive strain injury, I think, from making so many bracelets, because my arm's always bent. So I need to lay off the making bracelets for a while. Try and keep my arms straight as much as I can. Right, once we get onto the top of this hill, I'll put my glasses on. I haven't done this walk for ages. If I wasn't in the Heritage Centre this afternoon, I could have timed it a wee bit better and got the bus to Invergordon and then came back. You know. But however, yeah, man, just look at that view. Just amazing. It's fireish in the sun. Again, we're so lucky to have this at our doorstep. You know, we don't appreciate the beauty that we have here. You know. Right, I'm going to pause you for a minute, guys. There we go, that's a lot better now. Yes, that's better. So I took advantage of taking a drink of water as well. So yeah, the geese is certainly going away. The sign is winter that's coming, like the autumn's coming, the colder weather's coming. Look at that. Well, I think they're going to land. Yeah, they're just going to land in the firth. Love hearing the sound of geese going overhead. You know. You see where there's no cars going about. It is so peaceful. It's amazing how peaceful it is. And I envy people that sort of stay around here, you know, stay in farms that are dotted place, and I mean, all they have is silence. You know, it's wonderful. He had one behind me. So you can see the Free Church in the distance there with the windmill thing. It's start of harvest, so you'll see lots and lots of bales in the fields. Harvest has begun, so I think they're trying to get the harvest in while it's dry. So I don't think it's meant to be as warm tomorrow. So I'm trying to get done as fast as they can. Oh, they've got the weather. Used to love harvest time with my dad. You know, going out and helping them in the tractor, and you know, sitting in the combine. You know, it was good fun. And then playing with the bales. You know, we used to go in the fields and play with the bales of hay. That's when they were square. Majority of the bales were all square back then. And So yeah, that was the main thing that we done, sort of like build forts, and you know, even though those bales were quite heavy, you know, it was great fun. You know, that was part of our childhood. We didn't sort of spend hours every day inside, or we didn't have any phones, didn't have any game consoles. You know, we played outside with our friends in the fresh air. You know, during the holidays we used to go out sort of near enough after breakfast, like first thing in the morning, and Mum would probably maybe see us at lunchtime, and then we're back out again, and then we're back in for the dinner, and then we're back out again. You know, it seems to be sort of like really unheard of now. You know, when I'm out with my girl during the holidays, you don't see a bairn. You know, there's very little people or kids in a play park anymore. You know, the play parks used to be packed. You know, and but now it's totally different. You know, kids are on their phones, and they're getting their own phones at young as 8. You know, like constantly on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram and Pinterest, and well, no, not Pinterest, but Instagram, you know, and Twitter and Facebook, and nobody's talking to each other apart from on a phone or through a text. You know, the only phone you had was a house phone, if you were lucky. If you had, you know, if you were lucky enough, because not everybody had a house phone then. So we were very lucky we got the phone in, you know, because I mean, if Mum had to go down to the phone box to phone anybody, I mean, we all did. You know, if you wanted to talk to your friends, you had to go down. If you knew they had a phone, you had to go down to the phone box and do it. But it's all changed days now. It's all technology, and you know, we don't need to talk to each other. We've got a phone. Yeah. Even when people go into restaurants, you know, when they're waiting for their meal to be delivered to their table, they're on their phones. Nobody talks anymore. And it's quite sad, you know, we've lost the art of communication and the art of conversation as well. It's just changed days. It's just, I mean, I know there's I know we need technology. I know we need to move on and, you know, adapt to of doing things. You know, I mean, my husband, he works with robots. You know, so robots are punching out holes. So all he does is just type in the program he needs to use for the day. Load of material and press a button, and then there's it going. He's just watching it, making sure that everything's going through okay. You know, you've got robots building cars, you've got, everything is all mechanical now. There's no sort of like, that's how a lot of the workforce has died. You know, you see all the car factories, most of them have closed down in this country because of A, progress, and B, like, you can get a robot or whatever, or a machine to do a job of 3 people. So what's the point in having employing 3 people when you can just run a machine? You know, and that's what's happened to the world. All our industry has gone. because of introduction of technology. You know, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. You know, I'm not saying that at all. We all need to sort of like evolve, but life would have been a lot sort of better for everybody if we still had that workforce, and still had, you know, all the industry that was in all these small cities. And you know, even up here when we had the aluminium smelter, you know, it created thousands of jobs. It created people moved into the area because they got a job here, because they couldn't find a job in the central belt or wherever they came from, and so they came up here. So that brought more money up to our area, and you know, the council had to build more houses to house all these people, and it closed down, and then it was disaster for the area, absolute disaster. The unemployment rate shot up like a rocket, you know, and then things started getting harder. You know, people couldn't afford very much. They were relying on sort of like jumble sales to get clothes, or you know, there's no such thing as food banks back then. You know, you just had to prioritise of what shopping you needed and things like that. But again, the prices weren't as high as what they are now. You know, but people still struggled. And this matter of this day and age now is food waste. You know, people wasting food. There's loads of stuff going out of date in shops, and I urge the shops to reduce them like maybe 4 days ahead of time, and then reduce them even further the closer it gets to that date. But they're hanging on to the last minute, and then reducing it, and then nobody wants it then because it's too short a date, or it's, you know, it's gone bad because they waited that long to get rid of it. You know, so no wonder we've got all these food larders popping up, because they're just trying to get rid of all the food waste and reduce the amount that goes in the bin. You know, and we seem to sort of waste a lot of food as well in our houses. You know, we don't seem to cook enough. You know, everything now is, I mean, a lot of people still do it. They cook everything from scratch. There's no ready meals. There was no fast food sort of like places. The fastest food that we ever got was a chippy, and then they introduced a Chinese to this, you know, and we thought, oh, this was wonderful, you know. And I mean, Alness even made their own ice cream. You know, there was a company called Tony's on the high street, and it made ice cream from scratch, and it was the best ice cream you can ever have, and I've never found anything like it. You know, so we need to make sort of soups and stews, and you know, making batches, you know, big batches, and then freeze it. You know, so you're not buying anything your shopping bill comes down a wee bit, because you've got meals in the freezer that will do you for a couple of weeks. You know, people are doing savvy shopping now. You know, they look to see what is cheaper rather than buying brand names. Now, brand names, you always had to have brand names of, like, say, tomato sauce, or sour cream, or you know, or cornflakes. You know what I mean, cereals. But now everybody's going to the cheaper option because they can't afford the brand names anymore. You know, so you've got places like Lidl. Lidl's fine for a lot of things if you're going to use it. But the likes of like the brand of dog food that Lily uses, I can't get in Lidl's. The brand of cat food that I use for fudge, I can't get in Lidl's. And they're too old now to change the foods just because I need to go to Morrison's. You know, we've even started buying a 24 case of dog food now, and it does our 2 weeks because it saves money rather than buying six cases at a time at £9. You know, so it's, if you're buying 4 cases like every 4 weeks, you know, that's near enough £36. But I can buy a 24 pack in Asda or anything for 24, so I'm saving £12 a month just by doing that. You know, so every little helps. Oh man, oh, I've passed a stone, sorry. So for those of you who don't know, there's a Pictus trail, and this stone here, which never ever had like a sign on it, so we were always wondering what it is, but now it has a sign on it, and it's number 22 now. So this is a thief stone. So it's a Highland Pictus trail. So if you see that sign there, you just follow them, and then you can get all the trails of all the Pictus stones. So we've never knew what this stone was until recently, till they actually put a sign on it, you know. But yeah, they're all dotted about. You just follow even go online and find out why the thief stone is there, and you know, this is the boathouse coming up, you know, on the corner. That's where everybody launches their boats to go in the water. My friend, who used to be one of my teachers, and you know, he's bought a boat, and so he's been out in the Firth a few times, and he's caught some I think it's mackerel, so I think he went out last night. So this is where he launched the boat from the boathouse. So I'll hear later on if he caught anything. There's a few yachts. I mean, you don't really see an awful lot of yachts out in the Firth. You know, now and again you'll see them, but not an awful lot. You know, so this is how far we've come. So we're quite a bit far away. You know, I would say we're nearly halfway. Yeah, a lot of coaches going back and forth from the ship. I would imagine the service routes on the buses are going to be busy as well, because they usually are, but I don't know what the size of the ship is. Can't remember. Looks quite a big ship, so it could be busy. And you know, somebody had put on Facebook the other day saying that the tourists forget there's actually a main road in Invergordon, because they just wander like sheep. You know, they don't care that there's a car up their bum, you know, or even worse, a bus. You know, they just aimlessly wander. They're no looking at traffic. They're not, you know, there's no road sense whatsoever. They're too busy looking at all the pictures and going up to the church, and you know, aimlessly walking about. Oh, it's warm, and it's only 20 to 10, so yeah, it's warm. So yes, I was talking about food. So yeah, we waste a lot of food, you know. There's no cooking from scratch. Use every bit of food that you have, you know, feed your family that way. But there's still a lot of people that do it, you know, and I think it's quite there's quite a big following of for doing scratch or doing batch cooking. I've noticed on Instagram, you know, there's how they batch cook for the week and things like that, you know. So I think it's slowly coming back, but you know, I'm a volunteer with the Trussell Trust, with the Food Bank Bear, and you know, we see a lot of people that are really struggling. Their benefits have got reduced for some reason, or they haven't been paid on time, you know, and they're really struggling. They've got a family to feed, and they don't know how they're going to manage until the next payment. You can go to the CAB or a local minister. They might be able to refer you to get a food bank parcel. Now what we do is we make up a parcel for you for enough for 3 days, and it'll consist of, it's mainly tin food. We don't give out any fresh vegetables or anything like that. We're not like that. So it's like cereal, there's UHT milk, there's soup, there's cans of vegetables, there's cans of fruit and everything. Cans of fruit, cans of vegetables. You know, there's biscuits, there's cereal, there's pasta, there's rice. You know, so you can do a lot of meals with these items. You know, we give out a loaf of bread, a wee pack of cheese, and a pack of like spreadable butter, whatever, you know. But again, you can only use it for, is it 3 times? I can't remember, is it 3 times in a month or something, or 3 times in 3 months? You know, so you can only get once a month sort of thing, basically for 3 months. That's all you can get, because it's meant to be just a stopgap until you get on your feet again. You know, there's people coming out of hospital, and if they've been in hospital for a while, and they've got significant sort of an illness or injury or anything, you know, they've nobody about. I mean, we've had people, social workers referring them because they're practically near enough homeless, they've got nothing, you know. So we've had to help them just so they get them on their feet and things like that. But you need to get referred. But these places that are popping up now, which are food larders, you know, it's mainly staff from the supermarket, and anybody can go, you know. It's mainly like best before dates of bread and rolls. There's fresh fruit and veg, but you know, sort of like are near enough on the turn sort of thing, so you can make a big batch of soup or some stew, you know, things like that. But again, because of this cost of living crisis, you know, anybody can go in and fill a bag. There's no questions asked, there's no judgment. You know, you can have a chat and a blather. And we have it up in the Baptist church and all this on the Friday morning. So come up, have a blather, have a cup of tea, get biscuits or whatever. If you need to talk to somebody, you know, in confidence, you can do that. And but again, there's no questions asked. We're not here for that. We're just here for, like, to give out, sort of, to stop food waste. You know, there's room for both parties here. You know, so it's called a food larder. So you can just pick and choose what you want. You know, just to stop food waste. You know, if you can use it, take it. You know, if you know somebody else can use it, take it and give it to them. You know. Again, there is so much food waste in the world, you know. I mean, I don't do, this is just my personal preference. This is just me. I don't do use buys on the day, especially if it's dairy or fresh meat or anything like that. That's just me, that's just the way I think, you know what I mean. I don't do that. So I make sure that I use everything before that use by date. Best before date is fine. I don't have a problem with that because it is a best before. I mean, years ago, years ago, before I was born, I mean, they never had use by dates or best before dates. You know, what did they do? You know, if the cheese was mouldy, they cut off the mould bit and used the cheese. You know, you know, that's how they got on. That was part of life then. Oh, let's stop for a minute. Look at that. Look how far we've come. And it's a nice, it's not too hot. You know, I wouldn't do this in the middle of the day, not a chance. Not a chance. So this is why I've done it obviously first thing in the morning, because I need to go out in the afternoon. But yeah. So we're coming up to the junction of Roskane Cemetery, and you can go up to the Free Church that way. It's Invergordon. So this is the end of the Diamond Jubilee Path 2012. So 2.25 miles from this distance, walking and cycling, and then we've got to Invergordon from here. It's a 1.25 miles. So so we're over halfway, and just get across this road. Let's go into the cemetery. I quickly done a tour of the cemetery, but I don't think it's appropriate to film in a cemetery. I don't know why I think that, but hey ho, that's just me. It's a nice wee river going over the railway bridge, or going underneath it, should I say. And it's going into the firth. Look at that. Nice calming sound that is. Okay, so I haven't met any bikes today so far. I'm going to turn my camera down a bit. Morning. So yeah, we usually meet bikes, but haven't met any today. There's just two mums going out for a walk with their bairns and their prams, so that's nice to see. So we're going to go keep on let's see a train going over the bridge here just now. There you go. And it's right on time. So that's the 10 to 9:48 train to Inverness from Alness. So it was right on time. You have a lot. Sometimes the tourists from the boat, passengers from the boats, the cruise lines walk from Invergordon to Alness, but that's very seldom. Sometimes they do. Some ships have like a bike tour. You can go on a bike and they have a tour around different bits. Hopefully we can get some visitors in the Heritage Centre today, because every little helps. And we've been quite lucky for visitors, staying within the town, and they've come wandering up, and even people from Inverness have come in, wandered in, and so it's nice. It's nice to meet new people from new areas, and even some of the locals don't even know what's inside the building. The Heritage Centre, they've never been there. So we need to promote the building a wee bit more. So yeah, so trying to keep our history alive a wee bit, for coming generations, but nobody wants to know about old stuff unless you're old, and they want to reminisce about days gone by. I don't think young people are interested in what people used to do. There's not an awful lot of young people coming up behind us, but hopefully the generations will skip a generation maybe, and get all the school kids and excited about history and where things have come from and what they used to do. I'm old fashioned. I was brought up an old fashioned way, and I appreciate of what we had, but a lot of these young people don't know the struggles that people had, there's no such in some cases or some homes there was no wash machines, so you had to wash everything by hand and then use the mangle. There's no inside toilet facilities. Everything was in a hut outside. It's all separate. You had to carry water from a well up to the house, because some of these crofts they didn't have any running water. So carried from a well. There's wells dotted about Alness. The struggles of bringing up a family and on sort of like near enough one wage, because it was always the men that went out to work and the women look after the house and the kids. But these days, everybody works. They manage their school, manage to bring up kids, and work at the same time because of no choice. We had a car, but Dad worked, because he was part of the farm, he worked 7 days a week, you know, from maybe 6 o'clock in the morning till just a bit after 5 at night. You know, if we wanted to go somewhere, we needed to walk. On a Sunday, we went out for a Sunday drive. We always went for a run in the car. You know, but again, back then fuel was expensive. Not as expensive as it is now, but it was back then for them. You know, only having one wage coming in. You know, we didn't have the luxury of going to Inverness and getting new clothes. You know, we relied on jumble sales, and you know, and again, that was sort of like, that was early recycling. You know, everything was hand-me-downs. You know, there was and that's how we lived, you know. But some of these kids now, you know, if it doesn't have a branded label on it, they don't want it. You know, they're quite fussy about what they want to wear and how they wear it, and that's all because of their friends. You know, my friends have got a pair of Nike shoes. I need to get a pair of Nike shoes as well. If I get a cheap pair, I'll get picked on. You know, it's all about image these days. We didn't care, and as long as we had clothes on our back, we really didn't care. And yes, we got ridiculed for it. We got bullied for it. But in some ways, it's made me a stronger person. It's made me appreciate what we have. You know, and you know, we didn't have it wasn't a sad childhood. It wasn't, you know, we got by, we made do. Mum was an amazing cook, or she still is an amazing cook. You know, her Scotch broth is just nothing beats it. You know, her lentil soup, her stew, her mince. You know, her cakes, her baking. You know, man. Again, but that's the way she's brought up. She was taught how to cook. She was taught she needs to provide for her family. You know, just one of our service buses. Oh man, I deserve a rest after this. Definitely going to get a bus back. So yeah, it's all just different times back then. You know, and even sort of the old biddies. You know, the people that was Mum's friends. So I've got to know them over my life, and you know, and. So again, everybody was in the same boat. You know, they done all the soups and the stews, and you know, you made do with everything. Baking, home baking. You know, there's no shop bought cakes back then. If you wanted a cake, you had to make it yourself, and biscuits, and you know, tray bakes, and you know. So even now, we can rely on, you know, certain people, like of a certain generation, to make really good home baking. And I'm just going to pause here for a minute. Right, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, so we know that if we need any fundraising, like for home baking, you know, or you know, biscuits, or you know, scones, you know, we know we can rely on these these ladies because they've had a lifetime of practice with it. Unfortunately, I didn't take on that gene from my mother. I sort of seem to struggle and sort of like following a recipe or whatever. So if I need a cake, I just buy one of it a packet and then make it my own sort of thing. I ice it myself and things like that. But my sister's the opposite. I mean, she's a brilliant baker, and she can. Even my younger brother, I mean, he can make a meal at 9. Even when he was younger, maybe, I don't know, maybe 15, 16, he'll come in and he'll make something from scratch himself, like a curry or something, and he still does. He's a brilliant cook, but I mean, I can cook. I mean, last night I made like a bolognese sauce from scratch, and I like doing that, and having IBS as well, having a bowel issue, I know exactly what went in it, so I can't really have any like processed foods, because they're loaded with stuff that I can't eat, or I can't tolerate. My stomach won't tolerate it. So I'm a very plain eater, again for that same reason. So I can't have anything spicy, I can't have anything that's loaded with garlic, or I'm a little better with onions now than what I used to be, but they have to be really, 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 really cooked, and always sort of like almost translucent. I can't have anything crunchy like raw vegetables like carrots or just mainly carrots. Can't have any of that stuff. Can't have raw onion, in a salad or anything. Just can't. Just right, I'll put you to the other side. Oh, he's running back. Okay. He must be just running to the border of Invergordon and running back again. Look at that view now. Look at that. Man alive. And there's a song, Come By the Hills, that's what it's called, and one of the verses, or one of the lines is the blue hills of Rossshire. Now you can see why that is in the song, because when it's in the distance it looks blue, if it's not a clear day they do look blue like that, and I like that song. I like to sing that song. Gosh, I got a fright there. A dog car passed and the dog just barked at the right time. So I got a fright. So yeah, but I think a lot of people now are starting to sort of like figure out that they need to batch cook now, because everything is so expensive. It's just absolutely ridiculous, the prices of things now. ThereThere's no such thing as getting a, like, you used to be able to get a 20 pence tin of beans or a soup, or but you're lucky if it gets under 60 pence now for things like that, if you're lucky. And this is why Aldi and Lidl have got more and more busy because they can do that at that prices, you know. I don't. A lot of people don't care about the brand names. I mean, I love Lidl's cooked ham. You know, you get it's cured ham and honey roast ham. One's a wee. They're square packets, and one's a blue packet, and the other one's an orange packet. And you know, they really do taste lovely, even though it's I think they're just over £1, I think, for each one. So, but it's good value, you know. But yeah, we've got to try and stop wasting food. And one of my friends, and they do a lot of shopping, like the reduced things. Like you can get a bread's maybe got a day left in it, they'll use half and freeze half. And you know, if they know they're going to use it that night, you know, big pizzas for about £1.50, you know, they usually cost about £3, you know. So this is how they're surviving, you know. And I think the app is still going. It's too good to go, and you can, you know, you can buy it, like for example, maybe about £4, and then you get £4 worth or whatever. You get a bag of like good to go stuff. It could be bakery, it could be chilled, it could be dairy, you know, things like that. I've done that a few times. A lot of the stuff I couldn't use, like herbs and things like that. So there's actually nothing wrong with sort of like raking through all the cheap stuff, you know, trying to grab a bargain if you know you're going to use it that night. Or you can like use half and freeze half. You know, you can freeze it and use it for a month or within a month, you know. And you know, through lockdown, when only one of us was allowed to go shopping, that's what I did. I bought like small wholemeal loaves I was buying at the time, and I bought one and froze one, so we didn't need to go back out to the shop again to you know, a few days later or whatever, because we're using so much bread. I could just freeze it. Same with rolls. I was freezing rolls as well, you know. But that was mental. That was trying to shop and do a weekly shop in a store with hardly anything because of panic buying. All the panic buyers was just out of control. You know, we'll never ever forget that year, 2020. Never forget that year, and it will be known as the toilet roll shortage of 2020, you know. So we're coming up to the hometown of the Stokeman brothers, World, European and UK Strongest Men, and they just got a new sign up there in their shop, so I'll show you that. So we're just coming into Invergordon now, which is good going. So that's only 10:10, so that's good, really good going, you know. I'm quite happy with that time. I'll try and show you some of the murals. Invergordon had a big thing done, is it last weekend I think it was, no, weekend before, and the sort of like time goes by sort of thing, and they done a reenactment of, you know, from the 40s and 50s, I think, and they dressed people up, and you know, as if they were waiting for a train, sort of like bygone days, you know. And you know, so the Heritage Centre gave a lot of costumes to them, like that we got donated in, and so we got them back, and I think they had an exhibition as well somewhere, like an old schoolhouse and things like that, and, you know, schoolroom. So it was horrible weather, unfortunately, and of course I didn't be able to get there because obviously I wasn't well. I was just out of hospital the day before, and but I think it went down quite well. It was quite a good thing for Invergordon. I think they had a wee concert thing in the church at night, in the evening, so I think that went down well, you know. And then on Saturday just past, Invergordon had a lifeboat day, and they had I think they had a street fair sort of thing, and, you know, I think they had a pipe band as well, and Highland dancing and things like that. So again, that would be nice for the town, you know. So this is just walking into Invergordon now. So you'll see things dotted about, because this is mainly sort of like for a naval base. So welcome to Invergordon. So used to be a hiding place for all the boats, you know, from the war and things, the Royal Navy. And this is an old anchor from one of the ships. So look at that, look at the size of that anchor. Amazing. So this has stood here for as long as I remember, this anchor. Another service bus. Right, I'm just going to try and get across this road now. Oh, right, toot a little car. So here we go, this is the Invergordon High Street. I'll go down and I'll show you the bit in the train station as well. I think we've got a wee bit of time. And I might be able to go down and see the big ship for you, big boat. One of my friends have just come off a cruise. I think it's down to not the West Indies, the Med, I think they done one. Oh man. Oops. This is going to be Invergordon Station. Once I ever came off a train in this station, but I've never got on one from here, so I don't know what this side looks like. I'll see if the church is open as well. So this isn't a man station. So this is a first for me as well, because I've never been here. Never purposely walked up here. Oh man. But look at all this, look at this. It's amazing artwork. A long goodbye, people in and off to war, sort of thing. Oh man. So yeah, they've got loads and loads of that's a nice one. So it's nice to see visitors see this, you know. Oh, there's a good, oh man, look at that. Gosh, got all the poppies as well, and that look amazing. Gosh, just imagine what it was like during the war. You know, people, all the prisoners going into the prisoner of war, looks like, or whatever. You know, see what this says. Going the long march. I'll move out a bit so you can maybe pause it and read it. I'm not going to read it out for you, but oh, this is amazing. You know what I mean? Absolutely amazing. So we'll go back and we'll go into the town. Oh dear. Oh. So this is can be quite a long video, so you can pause it and come back to it. You don't need to watch it all in one go, but I thank every one of you that watches it. You know, it's made it worth my while, even though I mean it's a good exercise for myself. You know, because if I wasn't doing the video, I wouldn't have thought about doing it myself. You know. But because I'm doing it for you guys, so this looks like an old building that was used during the war, you know, but I don't know what it would have been used for, but they've repurposed it into a church. Right, so we're going up this way. So yeah, this is a church now, and it's the Catholic church. The wee church hall. So let me take this opportunity to thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. My name is Jackie from Jackie Toddles, obviously, if you haven't already guessed. And if you like this video, please like it, as it helps my my visibility on YouTube as well, so I can get to other people, so I can share it to other people. And you know, I'll put this video on my own Facebook page and all this through the years, so that gives me a wider audience. So yeah, as I said before, if it wasn't for you guys watching, I wouldn't be able to do this for nearly a year and a half. It's just over a year and a half now, and that's kept me going, you know, for somebody that's actually watching these videos. And you know, and again, as I said, it helps me, it gets me out of the house, it gives me, you know, things to talk about and gets me off my chest. You know, at first when I started doing it, I thought, oh, this this is silly talking into a phone, but now that I know people are listening, it's a lot different. So we're going to go up to the top of the high street and I'll show you all the murals. You can just get a tiny glimpse there off the ship, so I'll try and get close to it for you guys. I've had over the past few days, I've had a few school kids saying hello to me, so maybe me, I don't know whether that's them being sarcastic or they're actually generally saying hello, you know. A lot of these young people sort of like make fool of everybody, you know, but I really don't care. To be really honest with you, I don't care what people think anymore. I used to, and it didn't do me any good whatsoever, so I stopped it. I stopped caring what people thought of me, because I'm doing me. So you've got to do yourself. You have to, you do you, sort of thing. If you want to do something different from me, you do that. You know, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, that's your opinion, that you're entitled to that opinion, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. You know, a lot of people have to be aware that every person is an individual. We all have individual thoughts, individual needs. We have individual things, away doing things, you know what I mean? We're all, everybody is made different. Oh, here's the, I'll quickly cross the road. This is the Stokeman Brothers shop that they've just opened up, and it's I'll show you across the road just now. I'll get across. So this is the world's strongest men merch. So if you want to get any merch of theirs, you know, I'll try and see if I can maybe try and get a video inside. 2 minutes, guys. You can only say no. So yeah, so I managed to talk to somebody and they've let me in the shop and they've let me video some of their merch. They do have you know, the Facebook page of their own, you know, and they do promote most of their stuff. You know, so this is kind of things that they do, Stokeman, and you know, a lot of the sort of like masculine sort of things and t-shirts, and I mean they do women's stuff as well. I mean I would say that was a women's hoodie there, and there's Stokeman Leave a Legacy t-shirts and things like that. And you know, they had, I think they still do, like this must be their new range, Leave a Legacy, and they stay spicy and things like that, you know. This is their the things that they use because they go wild swimming. So obviously this is what they put on after they've been out for their swim, and they have loads and loads and loads of stock, as you can see. They do socks as well, which socks, and you know they have energy drinks here, and you know they've, you know, Luke Stokeman, the Highland Oak. He was the strongest man 2021, Europe's strongest man. And then you have Tom, the Albatross Stokeman. He was the world's strongest man 2021. You know, King of the Stones, it says. You know, there's leaflets and there's sort of signed photos and things like that here too. Their audio book, Stokeman Lifting. You know, it's coming out, I think it's coming out shortly, I think. So look out for that. You know, you can get photos of them both. You know, they're good at supporting different events, you know. You know, sharing you know, Tom has autism, and you know, everybody knows that my daughter has autism as well. But what he's achieved, you know, it gets rid of the stigma of autism. You know, people think that autism, or nobody can do anything, you know, they won't be able to walk, talk, whatever, blah blah blah. And a lot of people write them off, but Tom has shown the world what determination and passion can do. You know, he's the world's strongest man. He always will be the world's strongest man. And, you know, having a brother like Luke as well, you know, pushing them all the way and, you know, encouraging them, you know, that's all the need. Our kids, our autistic kids and young adults, they need encouragement. They need to know that anything is possible when they put their mind to it, absolutely anything. And so it's good to see him thriving, you know. I actually seen him today in Morrison shopping, you know, so they're very, very down to earth guys. I would love to meet them in person. I've only seen them from a distance, but yeah, they're really good. And they brought, you know, Invergordon to the fore sort of thing, you know. They've hyped Invergordon up, you know, and having them here as a base as well, you know. So it's really nice. So I thank the person that I spoke to. I don't know what his name was, but thank you for allowing me to in your shop and to video and to just to play there. So I'll go back out into the town. There we go. There's Tom. You know, to ever live. They have a YouTube channel as well, Instagram, you know, website sort of thing. So it's really nice. So if you're watching this video, whoever let me in, thank you very much. I think you can get replicas of their trophies. I think there's their big trophy. There you go, Tom Stokeman, 2022 World's Strongest Man. We just look at that. Just so yeah. Anyway, right, let's keep going. I'm gonna walk across this road again. So we're gonna show you some of the pictures on the walls. I might be sort of going back and forth. Oops. But these, everybody flocks to Invergordon to see these murals on the walls. So this is like an Invergordon Highland Games. So the details in this is absolutely amazing. You know, absolutely amazing. And so I'm going to cross the road again to see this one over here. This is off the pipe band. And get across the road without getting knocked over. So there we go. So the details in these pictures are absolutely amazing. Just off the wall. You know, and having visitors coming to Invergordon to see these. It looks as if the church isn't open today. And this is what it is off the wall. Invergordon off the wall. Mural, this is a Pipes and Drums mural, and the artist was Anna Smith from 2006. So it stood the test of time. Right, so let's go further on and see the other ones. Yeah, the church isn't open today, I don't think. It doesn't look as if it's open. They have a lot of different shops. This is the mental health charity shop. They've got the Premier Inn. They used to have a laundrette here, but it's not open now, unfortunately. They've got sweets and treats. They've got Balti. They've got gift shops with every bit of tartan they can find, because tourists love tartan. It's a Blythewood Christian shop. It's a charity shop. There's Boots a chemist. There's old factory shop. There's a nice little cafe here. I've been in this cafe, this one. This is a lovely little cafe, Rasho's. So it's all different kinds of shops in here. Now there's barbers and there's dentists, there's vets, and you know. I'll take you down to the Natal Gardens shortly. I'll show you this couple of wall art, and then I'll take you down into the Natal Gardens, and then we'll go and see the ship, and then we'll try and end the video there, because my feet are sore now and I'm in desperate need of nourishment. So this is kind of darker end of the town, sort of the shaded area. So this is another mural. Can't really see mural. So this is when the Royal Hotel in Invergordon went on fire. So this is them battling it. Emergency services. So that was quite a famous fire sort of thing, unfortunately. But again, these obviously these pictures get touched up every now and again, but you know, they've been here for a lot of years. We have a gallery shop, you know, so you can buy some art, you know, local artists. Usually if the ship passengers are wanting to go to Murals, they use the service buses. Depends what nationality is on the cruise liner. Depends on how nice they are to the actual public and to the bus driver. So here's our service times of our local buses. Everybody that comes up here thinks that the buses run every 20 minutes, but they forget they're in the Highlands of Scotland, which everything is far apart, and they can't get their head round that our bus services to Inverness are every hour, like a direct service. A lot of them are not very happy at that, because they think that because this is a tourist hub sort of thing, this is a dock for the cruise ship, that they think the service buses should run every 20 minutes. But our bus service is a vital link for people up here. You know, it takes us to hospital appointments, doctor's appointments, school, work, you know, and some of the passengers forget that, you know, and a lot of them push their way onto the buses and forget about the local people that have been standing there for longer than they have, you know. But again, it depends on the nationality. So yeah, it all depends. Johnson Farrell, we have two vets in Invergordon. This is one of them, and Easter Ross Vets is another one. It's further down. So it's just a couple more of pictures to show you guys. And there's a car right in front of one. Look at that. Oh dear. Never mind, we'll try and get the gist of it. Anyway, so this looks as if it's like I don't know, looks like a games one. You know, there's football, there's sailing, there's cricket, looks like there's a badminton. You know, I've never known to have cricket here. Go across the road to this one here. This is another wee thing. This looks like fishermen, fisher ladies, you know, taking in the catch, you know. Invergordon Museum is up here as well. I'm not very sure if it's open today, but I'm not going to go in and show you it today. But it does quite well for visitors as well. I'll show you where to go. So it's right down there in Invergordon Museum. So, right, we're going to go back down now, show you the Natal Gardens, show you the ship, and then I'll just finish it there. So as I say, as I'm crossing, there's a nice view of Invergordon High Street, all the way down to the bottom there. So yeah, so I'll take you down to the Natal Gardens. I thought it was pronounced Natal Gardens, but it's actually Natal because of the HMS Natal shipwrecked or something. Again, you can find all this information on probably Invergordon Museum site. Maybe all this through the years, I think. I don't know whether Sam will find anything for you. And I know I like to promote allness, but you know, Invergordon is within my local area as well, so it's quite nice to show you something else, you know, rather than you get bored of allness, you know, struggling to find new ways to walk or where to walk, you know, new routes, things like that. So we'll go down this way. Right, we'll cross this road. Oh, there's our new co-op that's moved from the high street to here. Nice new building. So it's a busy wee town. I don't think there's very many tourists about the town. I think they've all headed to Murals or they're away in buses. I don't think it's a very big ship either, but I'll show you. There's another mural. Sorry, I can't say mural. I can't get my tongue around it. So I do apologise if I say it wrong. I keep on saying mural. So it's hard to get my tongue around mural. I'll just probably end up saying picture. So this is quite a fun one. I could try and get a good view of it. So there's penguins up on that one, so it's quite an unusual one. So that's the ship that's in today. I should have actually took a note of when the next bus was going to be. I'll try and catch it. So we're going on to the Natal Gardens. It looks quite a fair size, a ship today, but I don't know what name it is. I do have a list of all the ones that are coming in over the days and months, but I never actually looked today what it was. So this is the Natal Gardens. This was done by Charlie Dimmock, you know, of the telly. So this garden is dedicated to the memory of the 421 crew and civilians who tragically lost their lives on board HMS Natal on the 30th of December 1915. We will remember them. So this is a garden remembering those. Oh, looks as if we're going to have some painting done. So I can't actually go through that bit. But we'll go round this other side. So this is all done by, like during lockdown it was done by volunteers. For something to do, to get them out and about. So we'll go around this way. So I don't want to walk through the grass. So we'll go around the way this way. Nice wee doggy. So this is somebody's painting it, going to be painting it, so that'll be nice. So this is a nice view of the wee gardens. There's bits and pieces. There's wee creels. There's a nice wee bench there. It's quite a nice little garden. To come and sit quietly, just to have a cup of coffee, have a picnic. We'll try and go through here. Looks as if they're redoing it, I think. Will I be able to see have they took all the stones away? No. They had a section with painted stones. So we'll go up here. I don't know if it's still here. I don't know if it was here. See, look, you can see the crab creels and lobster creels and things like that. And, it's everything is sort of like narrow based. There it is. So this is a path that was done. Well, I wouldn't say it was a path, but all painted stones. And they got all the kids to paint some stones, and they've set them in concrete. And all this is done the same. I'll need to go up and see them again, because I don't know whether they've added them or not. So it's really nice. It's something different. So different for something to be done. And they've got some kids involved in the actual garden as well. It's really lovely. So you can read a bit about it. When it went down and things like that. So I'll take you along this front. Oh, so as you see, there's a team of volunteers here at the moment, sort of tidying things up and weeding to make it nice for everybody. And without our volunteers, it would be a sorry state. Even their flower boxes are lovely. So these are all in tabs, but ours aren't. But it's nice for people coming off the ship to see. Well, this is a big old an hour and a half video, no, over an hour and a half video. So this is the Viking, looks like. So it's a fair old ship, fair old size of ship. You know, and it always docks here. You know, sometimes it docks back a bit, but most of the time it docks here. I think this is Admiral Pier, I think it's called. This is the port of Crombie Firth. That's the offices there. This is where the a lifeboat is based here as well. Invergordon lifeboat. And yeah, they had the lifeboat open day here on Saturday. Trying to get across this road. Oh. And so yeah, it was a great success. We've had a few. I'll come down into this bit. Oh. We've had a few of Disney cruise liners here. Now remember, it was docked here, and there's the pier they walked up on. So we're lucky enough to come down and see the cruise liners. So, but look at that lovely view of Nig and the Suitors. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, imagine working in an office with a view like that. I wouldn't get any work done. So again, this is where our RNLI, our lifeboat, is. So yeah, so this is our trip to Invergordon. Oh, but yeah, look at that. Fair old size of ship, you know. Anyway, right, let's go back into the town and then I'll stop the video because my feet are sore now and need to see if I can get a bus home. But again, thank you for joining me on this video. We'll go up. Where can we go up? Go back up this way. Oh dear. Yeah, my feet are sore. Yes, thank you for joining me on an hour walk. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. It was a beautiful day to come out for a walk for you guys, and managed to, I don't know whether that was the Stokeman's younger brother, I don't know, that I was talked to in the shop, but please go in and see them, buy their merch, you know. They're good to promote this area, you know, and support everybody. You know, they're great for charity work. It's like that, so they're good guys. As I say, I'd love to meet them in person, but I haven't had that chance yet. I've seen them off in the distance, but however, I'm sure they're very nice, down to earth guys. You know, they don't. There's no airs and graces with them. You know, they're local. They're born here, sort of thing. You know, this is their home. So what we'll do is, what I'll do, change my mind. Right, we're going up this way. Yeah, but it's a fair old walk. It's nice if you do it slowly. I used to be able to take my dog through here and get the bus back, you know, but she can't do that now, unfortunately. But oh yeah, I'm desperate in need of a sit down. This is just one of the lanes going into the town. It's nice to see Invergordon quite busy, you know, these past few years, you know, it's, you come through and it's quite quiet, there's hardly anybody about, but oh yes, so go back up to this bus stop to see what time the buses are. I'll sit here and I'll finish the vlog. Oh man, I need to sit down. Right, so again guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. You can see this on YouTube later on, and my Facebook page and Honest Through the Years page. So not sure what we're doing next time, but we'll see what the weather's doing, see how everybody is, and so we'll see you again. So until the next time, ta-ta!